because I don't know if I can get this. Hi, Robert, Jody. Okay, hi, everybody. I'm Stacey Shea, streaming live from Las Vegas, and this is Yin Restorative, and today's focus is on stress and anxiety. How appropriate. Okay, so I want to just share something with you, and I'm sure a lot of you that teach yoga and practice yoga feel the same way. All I want for my friends and family are to live in their best life, to be in their best body, and to be happy and healthy. So it just warms my heart that you're participating. And if you're not doing my yoga, that's okay. Do something. Just move the body. And basically, it's just about controlling the mind. How do we control our minds? How do we not get caught up in the crazy, right? Okay, couple things. If you have some props, great. Yoga blocks, if you have them. Yoga blankets, if you have them. If you don't have them, you can take 2 beach towels, okay, and just stack them on top of the other and roll them up. So you have a nice roll. Okay, so we're going to be using this. So let's just start seated, okay? So let's start seated. You can sit on a blanket or a block, or if you don't have either one of those, you can just ad-lib. And the main reason that we sit on something is so that we can have the hips higher than the knees, okay? So we want the hips higher, the knees lower. That way we can encourage the natural lordotic curve of the spine. Okay, so just let's settle in. Let's close the eyes and begin to settle in. So the magic happens right when we close the eyes and go within. We start to relax the brain and soften the heart. So as you are sitting, root the hips and the tailbone way down, and then pull your lower abdomen in, and lengthen long and tall through all sides of the torso. Okay, creating more space in between each and every vertebra. Pull your shoulders down, long neck. So it's a slight tuck of the chin, and reach your crown of your head way up towards the ceiling. Now begin to slow and even your breaths. Begin to slow and even your breaths. So maybe taking a 4-second inhalation, and then a 4-second exhalation. Staying tall, staying lifted with each breath. Good, keep breathing, staying nice and tall. So set an intention for the class today. Thank yourself for making it here. Okay? And as we're in this quarantine, it's very important to stay connected with the outside world. Some of us are home alone, so it's really nice to feel a connection with the community and with others. So doing these online classes are great, and we realize we're together and we're not alone in this. Okay, so let's take 2 more big breaths. Inhale right into the heart center. Fill up the lungs. And exhale. Good. Last one, big breath. Inhale right into the heart center. Fill up the lungs. And exhale. Okay, blink your eyes open. Take a big inhale, arms over your head. Interlace your fingers and press your palms away. Press your palms away and reach up, 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 up. So hips down, belly in, heart lifted, firming the triceps into the midline. Stretch up, really stretching through the wrists, long spine. Keep the left arm up, bring the right arm down, and stretch up, 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 up. And let's come gently over to the right. So keep that left hip rooted, belly in, and it's a nice long stretch from the left hip through the left waist, the left chest, the arm, through the fingertips. One more breath here. And inhale, come on back up, lift the right arm up, drop the left arm down. Inhale, stretch up, reach up, lengthen, and then gently come over to the left. So root the right hip down, stretch through the right chest, the right rib cage. Nice lateral stretch breathing. Keep that right hip rooted. One more breath. And come on back up, arm down. Okay, so let's go on to all fours. Tabletop position. Okay? Cat and cow. Inhale, belly down, coil the chest up, eyes up, look up, reach up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, your face to your heart, lower abdomen in, really round the spine. Inhale, belly down, coil the chest up, eyes up, look up, reach up. Exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, your face to your heart, really articulating through the joints, the vertebra. Good. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale here. Last one. Inhale, big breath, belly down. Heart lifted, opening up the front body of the throat. Exhale. Full exhalations, meeting in neutral spine. Let's do thoracic circles. So come up and over with the torso. Over to the right, down the right side and dragging over to the left, coming up the left side. So thoracic circles, big barrel rolls, like you're tracing a big giant barrel with your torso. Coming back up through the left side, over to the right. Good. 2 more on the side. So articulating through the joints, nice big movements. Taking it slow, keep breathing. Last one on the side. Coming back through, meeting at the center. Let's go to the other side. Up and over to the left. Down the left side. Dragging over to the right. Up the right side. Over to the left. And coming down and breathing. How much more space can you take? Let's do 2 more on this side. So nice, big, giant barrel rolls. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Just matters what it feels like. Last one, take a big barrel roll. Meeting in the center at neutral spine. Okay, so stretch the right leg back. Let's roll through the right ball of the foot. Forward and back. Forward and back. Okay. Flex the right foot. Lift the right leg up off the mat. So drive the inner right thigh up. Lots of energy through that top leg, the right leg. Lifting up out of that left hip, belly in, long spine, add the left arm. Stretch and reach. Reach and stretch. Lengthen and release. Good, let's do the other side. Come up on the half toe of the left side, the left foot. Roll forward and back. Opening up through the arch, the ball of the foot. Okay, and then flex the left foot, lift the left leg up. Reach through the left heel. Stretch and reach. Reach and lengthen, belly in, long spine. Stretch the right arm forward. Reach, 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 reach. And release. Let's do 1 more time each side. So right leg lift up. Reach through the center of the right heel. Keep the right hip down. So you're spinning the right inner thigh up. Add the left arm. Reach and stretch. Okay, you can stay here and breathe, or if you want to add on, you can bend the right knee and reach up and over and grab the right foot. Kick up. Kick up, chest up, holding 3, opening up the front body for 2, and 1, release, lengthen long, release down. Let's do the other side, last one. Left leg lifts. So you have to keep the right shin and the right foot rooted, belly in, buoyant out of that right leg hip, add the right arm, reach and stretch, lengthen long, stomach in. Adding on, if you'd like, you can bend the top leg and grab the left foot with the right hand. Kick back, reach up, breathing. Use your core. Open the chest, 3. Breathing, 2. Open the front body for 1. And release, good, coming back down. Okay, tuck the toes, hover the shins. Use your core, hover the shins. Use your core, long spine. Press up into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. We're just rolling through the toes, the arches, Opening up the feet, the hips, the knees, the ankles. Okay, quiet down the feet, downward facing dog. So the legs are working hard, inner rotation of the thighs. Press down the centers of the heels. Outer ankles firm in, outer thighs firming in, long spine. Press your hips and tailbone way up, breathing. Now listen carefully, come up high on the toes. Keep the hips up high, bend the knees a lot. Press the chest to the thighs, hips up higher. Press the palms down from the triceps into the midline. Keep the hips high, re-straighten the legs. A little more space in between the vertebrae. Hips and tailbone up even higher. The legs are working hard to create more space in the spine. Hold this for 2 more full breaths. Okay, listen carefully. Hands walk back to the feet. Soften the knees, slight bend of the knees. And we're going to hang forward. So interlace your arms, your elbows. And maybe you sway right and left. Just let the body spill over the legs. Okay, good. Belly in, knees soft. We're going to roll up super slow. 1 vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up, head up the very last thing. Oh, head comes up. Okay, nice. Okay, step to the top of your yoga mat. Bring your feet together. Ardha Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, half sun salutation, just to warm up the body a little bit before we go into the static poses. So keep the feet together, spread the toes wide, firm the legs, belly in, nice and tall and long and lifted. Arms down, chest up, breathing. Inhale, arms above your head, sideways. Stretch up, reach up, lengthen long. Exhale, cactus. So slight back bend, lift the chest, the heart, and then lift the arms up. Exhale, diving forward, long spine. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse, long spine. Coming all the way back up, use your core. Stretch your arms up and hands into prayer. Let's do that 2 more times. Half sun salutation. Inhale, big breath. Stretch up, reach up. Exhale, cactus. So it's a slight back bend. Lift the chest, the heart up. Inhale, lengthen long and tall. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse, long spine. Coming all the way back up. Stretch up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Last one, just like that. Feet firm. Inhale, arms above your head. Legs are firm. Stretch up, 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 up. Exhale, cactus, slight back bend. Open up the front body. Inhale, lengthen long. Stretch up. Exhale, belly in. Diving forward, long spine. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse, long spine. Coming all the way back up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Okay, so from here, listen carefully, we're going to open the feet wide. So the feet are wide, like as wide as the yoga mat. Point the toes out, hands in prayer, and we're going to come to, actually take your hands to your knees to start. So we're just going to take a wide squat, a really wide squat. Okay? So this is Malasana, the garland pose. So we're just kind of opening up the hips a little bit here. We're not going to be here too long. Lift the chest. Okay, now if it's available, you can bring your hands into prayers. Thumbs right in front at your lower sternum, pressing the palms together. You can use your elbows on the insides of your legs to kind of open up the legs a little more if that's available. And the idea is to try to get the tailbone down and the chest lifted, spine perpendicular. Let's hold this for 2 more full breaths. Okay, hands on the floor. Let's straighten the legs, come back up to standing. Now shake the legs out. Okay, from here we're just gonna sit on the floor. We're gonna go into our first pose. So sitting down, we're going into caterpillar pose. Okay, so legs are in front. Caterpillar looks like this. Okay, if you have some props, you can bring them with, because it's nice to just have a relaxing, no stress. So you can lie the body. So it's just basically a forward fold, but you're unholding the legs and you're unholding the feet. So kind of figure out what's gonna work for you. And then you're just gonna relax into it. So we're opening the back body with not a lot of stress. Actually, no stress. So figure out what's gonna work for you and then begin to settle in. So you can close your eyes, tap back into your breath, begin to slow and calm the breath. So with the Yin Restorative poses, the idea is to relax the body into the shape. So there's no holding of the muscles, we're just releasing. And similar to meditation, the objective is to try to stay in the pose or stay in the meditation. So notice now, like a minute or so into this pose, how your back body, what's opened up, what areas have released and softened. Caterpillar pose addresses the kidney meridian in the back body. Let's hold this for 3 more full breaths. And then slowly as you're ready, we're coming up. Okay, so get the props out of the way. We're still going to use them. And you're going to bend the knees, place the hands behind your hips, and then we're going to press on up to reverse tabletop. So press the feet down, press the hands down, and lift the chest up. Press to lift up. Lift up. Hips up higher, and release. Next pose, frog pose. So this is an intense hip opener. So bring your props as you need them. Okay, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is challenging in that we kind of want to come out of it, but I shouldn't say that because you'll have your own experience. Okay, anyway, so open the legs like this, okay? We're going to come down on our hands, and what it is that you open the legs. It's a hip opener. So if you need your props to balance on some blankets here, you can use those. Okay, some of you are more open, you don't need them. So what it is, you just want to sort of gently, very gently, open up the knees, and you're opening up through the hips. The hips are opening, okay? So here, depending on how open you are, you want to be able to rest on something here. Okay, so the knees are 90 degrees, okay? Just do the best that you can. And maybe for some of you, you can rest your belly down. Okay, so just kind of figure out what you can manage. And then we're going to go back to the breath. So you can create a pillow with the palms of your hands and place your forehead on the back of your hands. So really use your breath here. So once you figure out what you can manage, and just we're going to settle here for about another 4.5 minutes or so, okay? So just tap into your breath and surrender into the pose, frog pose. So notice at the beginning of the pose, what areas of the body are speaking to you. Maybe a little pushback, a little resistance. And then just breathe some loving energy and oxygen into those areas that are speaking to you. Asking them to surrender. And as we stay and we hold and we breathe, the body will magically open up. So if you're lucky and you're a little bit more open, maybe your belly is hugging the floor, the mat, or the blanket. It's a nice feeling of surrender. Keep breathing. We're here for about just another 2 minutes. challenging yourself to stay in. We have another minute. So stay with it. Keep the breath smooth. Taking long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. Count 3 more full breaths for yourself. And then as you're ready to come out, you're stuck. Just kidding. Walk your hands close to your chest. Bend your elbows. You're going to kind of prop your chest up, and then you're going to gently bring the knees together. Okay? And then from here, we're going to sit down on our hips and legs in front, and we're going to shake out the legs. Okay? Give them a nice shake. Shake, 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 shake. Okay. All right. Next, supported bridge pose. Okay? So, if you have a block, fantastic. If you don't have the block, most people at home have the blanket roll. Okay? So we're going to lie on our backs. Actually, I'm going to lie this way. We're going to lie on our backs. Bend your knees. You're sitting back, lying flat. And you're going to press the feet down. If you have your block, you're going to lift the hips up and you're going to place the block. You can do any facet, the low facet, the medium facet, or the higher facet if you're more open. And you want to place the block right underneath the sacrum, the tailbone. Okay, not on the lower back. So pretty low. And then if you have your blanket or your towel roll, you can just place the towel underneath your pelvis. Okay, so whatever you're using, go ahead and get into it. Okay, and we're just going to relax here in a supported bridge. So you can take your feet wide if that's comfortable, and you can kind of bring your knees in. Okay, or you could just keep your feet hip distance. Feels really nice to have the sacrum and the hips, the pelvis higher than the heart. So you could keep your hands on your belly, or you can bring your arms down with your palms face up. So the hips have to bear so much weight and stress in the legs. It's just so nice to have a little bit of a release here. Closing the eyes. Smoothing the breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. So softening the face and relaxing the brain. Softening the heart. Breathing and luxuriating in the lightness, the tension-free hips and pelvis. Do one more minute here. So about 5 long breaths, or maybe 6 long breaths. Okay, and as you're ready, your knees are bent. Place your feet flat on the mat. You're going to press the feet down to lift the hips up off of your prop. Move the prop out of the way and gently let the hips release down. Extend your legs long. Reach your arms over your head. You can interlace your fingers and press your fingers away. Press the palms away. Flex the feet and reach and lengthen. Long, long, long stretch. Long stretch. Okay, from here we're going into banana asana, banana pose. So listen carefully. You're going to bring your legs over to the right, keeping your both hips down on the mat. So that left hip might want to pop up, but you got to keep them down, both hips down, and you can cross one ankle over the other. You could figure out which one feels better for you. Okay? And then the legs over to the right, hips are down. Then you stretch your arms up and bring both arms over to the right. So from the top, it's a C-shaped curve, like a banana-shaped curve, but make sure both hips and both shoulders are rooted down. And you can grab one wrist, whichever wrist you feel better. And then we're breathing. So tapping back into your breath. Nice opening lateral stretch. Begin to settle in, close your eyes. And tapping back into your breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. And then if you like to switch your ankle or your wrist, you can, just to see how that treats you. Feeling that nice, yummy opening from the left hip all the way down the left side of the leg through the ankle. And then from that left hip all the way through the waist, on the left side through the left rib cage, the left shoulder, tricep, arm, all the way to the fingers. Hold this for 3 more full breaths. Okay, and as you're ready, we're going to gently bring the legs back through to center. Bring the arms, the upper body back through center. Let's stretch long one more time. Reach and lengthen and stretch. And then let's go to the other side. So let's first start with the legs. Bring both legs over to the left side, keeping both hips rooted, including the right hip. Cross one ankle over the other. And then we're going to bring both arms, upper body over to the left as well, keeping both shoulders rooted down. And you grab one wrist. You choose which wrist. So from the top, it's a C-shaped curve, a banana-shaped curve. Nice lateral stretch. So settle in, close your eyes, and tapping back into your breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. Softening your face. Relaxing the brain. Feeling all that space being created from the right hip all the way down the right leg to the ankle and the toes. And then all of that space being created from the right hip through the right waist, right ribs, shoulder, all the way up through the right arm, fingertips. Now if you'd like to switch wrists or ankles, you're welcome to do that now. Really breathing into that waist or any areas of tightness. Okay, let's hold this for 3 more full breaths. And then from here, when you're ready, we're going to gently bring the legs back to center. Go slowly. And you're going to bring the upper body and the arms back to center. Interlace your fingers and press the palms away. Flex your feet. Reach and lengthen and reach, 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 reach. Okay, bend your knees and gently give yourself a nice little squeeze. Let's take some half moon rolls in the sacrum and the low back, just to massage out the lower back and the sacrum. Okay, from here, we're going to roll over to the right and gently help yourself up. Going into mermaid pose. So for those of you at home, if you don't have your blankets, if you have your towel roll, this will work just fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the towel roll underneath, so the bottom rib, it's right underneath the bottom rib, like right at the waist, okay? So take a moment to figure out that sweet spot. Okay, and then the bottom arm, right elbow down. If you're doing the other side, that's fine. We're going to do 2 sides. You can either bend your bottom elbow and rest your head on your hand. Your top arm can be on your legs or in front of you. Or if you're more open and it's comfortable, you can recline like a mermaid. So stretch your bottom arm out, your right arm long. You could rest your head on your right bicep. Okay. Now your left hip should be right on top of the right. You should stack the hips one on top of the other. Okay, and if you have that, you keep your bottom knee bent a little bit to stabilize, and you could stretch your left leg long. And then eventually we're going to bring the top arm up and over. So you can control like the intensity of the stretch. So if you stretch the left leg, the top leg longer, it's a bit more of an intense stretch. Okay, so you can figure out what you want to do, and then let's settle in. You should feel your towel roll below the bottom rib. So you don't want to feel a congestion in the rib cage. Just want to feel like a nice support in the right waist. So close your eyes. Soften your breath. Tapping back into your breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. Softening your facial muscles. Softening the heart. So with the support of the towel roll under your right side body, your right waist, you should be feeling a nice expansiveness and opening. Holding this side for 3 more full breaths. And then as you're ready, we're going to gently come back up. So top arm, help yourself up, go slowly. And we're going to take mermaid over to the other side. Okay? So bring your towel roll with you. And remember, the towel roll goes right underneath the bottom rib and the hip, in between the bottom rib and the hip. Take a moment to get organized. You can either rest your head on the hand of your bottom arm, the bent elbow. You can extend the bottom arm long and rest your head on your bottom bicep. And then if it's available, you stretch your top arm up, 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 and over. So you're like a reclined mermaid. And then you can keep the bottom knee bent a bit just for stabilization, and you stretch the top leg long. And you can decide where you want to position that leg. So tapping into your breath. Closing the eyes. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. Luxuriating in the space being created in your body. Let's hold this side for 3 more full breaths. From here, we're gonna gently come on up, be gentle, and we're gonna set up for Shavasana. So I'd like everybody, if you have it available to you, you could take your towel roll and place it under your knees. If you have blocks, you can place them on either edge of your yoga mat for your heels to rest on. Maybe you have an extra blanket for your head as a pillow. Okay, so just take a moment to set that up, okay? And then once you're here, just get comfortable. I'm just gonna take a couple minutes here. Okay, you wanna, in Shavasana, you wanna unhold the body, the muscles, unhold the hips, the legs. Doing an external rotation of the shoulders, so the arms are open, the palms are up. And just take a moment to feel nice and comfortable. Just resting here for a couple minutes. Deepen your breath. Bring yourself back into the room. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Keeping your eyes closed, stretch your arms over your head, reach your legs long. Long body. Keeping your eyes closed, bend your knees and gently roll over to your right side and pause. Keeping your eyes closed, gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Sitting up nice and tall, just take a moment to thank yourself here for taking this time this afternoon to heal your mind, your body, and your spirit. To be humble and grateful toward the effort that you make in your yoga practice, which is in turn an effort to live a better quality of life for yourself and for those around you. Please bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. Lift your chest up high. Bow your head. Have a beautiful afternoon. Go in peace. Namaste. Thank you everybody for joining. If you missed any of this, this will be on my YouTube channel at Stacey Shea Yoga and Hair. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.